Oh, okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your boy BC in the building. I'm here with my brother Kesey.
What's good, good people?
I'm also
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Dre. I'm here with my brother Keith. What's good, Keith? What up? What's good? What's good, good people? I'm here with my brother Zeke. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. And I'm here with my half brother Tone. What's good, Tone?
he obviously something up in there. It ain't water.
That ain't water.
That ain't water.
I'm just saying you cut me off the script first.
You know what that mean?
I cut you out the script.
You know what that mean? He was coming back to you. He just went to me.
I was with him first, and I was gonna come back to you.
Okay.
That sounds like he been. I think he back on his old Moscow days.
Okay, it gotta be.
Don't break me down to y'all level. Just
or the C-note days. He know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's ridiculous. Okay.
Since then, not in height, but in behavior.
We
definitely know not in height.
we gonna start it off with injury report.
Yeah, so Luka is out with some type of chest contusion, and he has been downgraded from probable to questionable. Go Celtics. You definitely need Luka in your lineup if you have any chance of winning.
It's very true. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, but he's still questionable.
But probable is which one is better? Probable or questionable?
Probable is probably you're not going to play. Questionable is you still going
50-50.
Yes.
Okay.
But when they say downgraded, it's from probable, questionable. So it goes questionable, probable, then you out.
It's a game time decision to out. Yeah. Okay,
so,
let's go.
So that's good. But the fact that he has it, like you said before, is an issue. The fact that they had to, put it out there, it's an issue. We're going to go to the shoot around where we talk about things going on around the NBA besides the NBA finals. Tone, would you like to hit the clip?
Talk about Stephen Curry.
Steph is not a generational talent. Generational means you can't mimic it. You can't mimic Magic Johnson, 6'9" point guard with the vision. No, Curry was a great basketball player.
Facts, bro. So you wouldn't say Steph shooting
is not a freak of nature.
Makes him a freak
It's called
of nature?
hard working.
Would you say Kobe was a generational talent?
He wasn't.
Nope.
So that was my guy Gil. And then T-Mac said this.
He hasn't cracked my top 10 yet. Steph has had a phenomenal career. 4 championships, 2 league MVPs. He has a final MVP. But if you go back in his career when Draymond is out of the lineup for the season, if you look at Klay Thompson has missed the season. To me, if you're that great, one of your guys are missing, you can't make the playoffs, I can't put you in the top 5 or top 10. I just can't.
So what Gil is saying is that physical attributes play one of the most vital roles in being a generational talent, right? Because it's not something that just anyone can possess, whereas the hard work is something that anyone can do.
So before we go in on this comment, and I wanted to take that we be objective and that you look at what he said and not take the fandom out of it and just really look at what he just said.
Be analytical about it.
Well, first of all, of the three of us, I'm the most objective of all of y'all. Let's just start there.
Cap.
When I cap nothing. Cap these. When I was literally listen, when we were literally talking
I ain't gonna lie.
When we were literally talking about Giannis and I questioned his basketball IQ. Y'all were the fans. You crazy. But everybody in America has agreed with me that his IQ, even still, is questionable.
I never say didn't have a good.
Never
say he had a bad IQ.
When it comes to our favorite players that aren't the Bucks, I am most objective than both of you. Kesey for sure, because LeBron can do no wrong. Luka for you, I Great White Hope then got you on his team. That's for sure. Because you cannot be objective with Luka.
I can be objective with Luka.
You can't.
Me saying he cry a lot just because I'm not joining the bandwagon. Man, Luka be crying all the time. That don't mean I'm a super fan. That don't mean Luka can't do no wrong. That's you when it comes to Steph. See how you hater. That's why you're in the Hall of Fame right now.
He's not in the Hall of Fame. He shouldn't be. So let me just.
But he's only not in the Hall of Fame because of injuries.
Well,
if you really want to get technical,
no,
it's not even about.
Let me get my
prime time.
It's not about T-Mac, so let's not even go there because I know how you feel about T-Mac. He's on your LeBron starting 5. Okay, he claimed you on his taxes too if he could. So we not gonna even go down that road. Wow. Dang, Casey, tell me how you really feel without saying it. Dang. So let me just comment. Wait, don't we need them clips again?
Hopefully he'll be back.
Okay. So Gilbert Arenas is a clown. We know that his opinion. I'm not just saying that because of Steph, because remember he went in on Giannis the same way, and we came at him the way he went in on Giannis.
I never say he was a clown.
Gilbert Arenas is the bitter ex that is upset because everybody else is happy. So his opinion is heavenly flawed anyway. Gun-toting man. Tracy McGrady's remarks are also very questionable for a guy who is most known for scoring 11 points in what? How many minutes was that? 13 points in what? Like 18 seconds or something. That is the biggest highlight of his career. So to call Steph Curry, listen, when you think about the term generational, you think about a term that is copycatted. Steph didn't copycat no one. The only pure shooters we had before Steph Curry were Reggie Miller and Ray Allen and potentially Larry Bird. Steph didn't copy any of them. He evolved and surpassed all of them. If you look at it now, you're a coach. What do these players want to do now that you're coaching, Kesey? What are they doing? They're jacking up 3-pointers from anywhere on the court. Yes or no? Let me finish, and I will let you have at it.
People been doing that since the 3-point line was
Stop it. Stop it. Cap. Now, you didn't say cap to him. You didn't say cap to him.
Because
I see what you're on.
Hold on.
I see what
Hold
you're
on.
on.
Before you
don't do that.
Before you go any further, the shots like Steph Curry was taking, Gilbert was taking those shots before him.
Stop.
Agent Zero. Remember Agent Zero started that?
Not to that level.
Yes, he was. Go back and watch his highlights.
This is what I'm saying.
That's why he's saying that.
I'm saying this is what I'm saying.
Because Gilbert is saying I was doing those long-range shots like Steph doing right now. I was doing those pull-ups in people's mouth like he was doing.
On his best day.
Go back and look.
On his best day, he's not Steph Curry.
Knee injuries is what stopped Gilbert Arenas from being.
Guns is what stopped Gilbert Arenas. Okay, no, Gilbert got banned for guns. Don't give him a way out for injuries, Kesey. That's cat.
But either way it go, he's
Let me finish.
That pull-up game like Steph got started with Agent Zero.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Steph Curry is undoubtedly a generational talent because all the kids want to be like Steph. Okay, all the kids want to be like. Hold up.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let y'all finish.
No, go ahead.
All the kids want to be like Steph. Steph reinvented the 3-point shot. Steph is the first player that had the NBA even talking about a 4-pointer.
Okay, then. So let me ask you.
A 4-pointer, KC?
So let me ask you a question then.
Ask me.
So is James Harden generational?
I would say James Harden has generational talent. He absolutely has generational talent, but he's not a generational player. If you want to talk about generational players, you're thinking about once-in-a-lifetime players.
So
did
he just not contradict everything he just said?
I did not contradict that. You can have, I can't have talent but not be that way, right?
So then Steph got generational talent, but he's not generational.
Cap. I'm almost done. Michael Jordan is generational. Larry Bird is generational. Magic is generational. A forward who ran the point. LeBron is generational. Steph Curry is 150% generational. All those comments were just hate by players who didn't have as good of a career as him.
First of all, before I even go ahead and talk about your opinion or what I think about this comment, and I brought this up because number one, I knew this was going to happen. You know, you were saying generational talent is him shooting the ball really good.
No, that's not what I said. I said generational talent is he changed the 3-point game.
No,
that's what I said.
He made it popular. He made it popular.
That's not generational?
That's not generational talent. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about somebody who's real popular. We're talking about generational talent, something that cannot be duplicated.
Records don't lie.
record saying I made the most 3-pointers in NBA history.
And I'm still playing.
Hold on. That record can be broken.
It wasn't touched for
Just-
20 years.
That record can be broken.
It wasn't touched
Just
for
like
20 years.
Just
Who
like
held the record?
Hold
Ray Allen.
on. Ray Allen. I think Ray Allen and Reggie Miller was like Reggie Miller held that record. But the point I'm making is this. When you talk about generational talent, this is something that can't be duplicated. Steph Curry is a hard-working player that shoots up 400 or 500 shots per practice. So what that means is he worked very hard to get where he was at. He did not come into the league as that guy. LeBron James came into the league as that guy. Why? Because you've never seen a 6'8", 250-pound guy pushing a point, can go from floor to floor, block your shot, shoot the jumper. He can do everything. You can't duplicate that. Shaquille O'Neal, 7 foot, 350 pounds, moving like he moving. You can't duplicate
Joker's doing it right now.
that. Joker is not doing it right now.
Because
Yes, he is.
Joker
He didn't-
is a good basketball player.
Yes, he is.
Generational
He worked
talent.
to get there. He wasn't there when he came in the league.
Time out. Whoa. So you're telling me because Steph didn't start that way, he's not generational?
He
The
did
fact
not-
that he became
he can
greater
be-
as time went on makes him generational.
That just means he worked
Trey,
harder. Like
he
he
worked
said.
hard. Did he or did not work hard?
He worked, yes.
But then when he started off, where was he at? On a trading block.
And we should have took him.
Oh, he was on a trading block.
But
yes or
it was
no?
a gamble.
Yes.
Okay, so when you talk about, we're talking about generational talent.
Shaq was traded 4 times. What's your point?
My point, he
But
was traded because of his attitude. It had nothing to do with his body, like his body. Like you can't duplicate Shaq. We have yet to see a Shaq for a reason. We have yet to see a LeBron James for a reason.
Weigh in, America. Is Steph
So-
Curry a generational
So
player?
is Kobe Bryant generational?
No, he's
He
not.
copied Michael.
Not only did, and I'm not saying he copied. I'm saying Kobe Bryant was another person who worked hard.
Yeah.
He worked extremely hard where he got, and that's the Mamba mentality that everybody keep talking about.
Wow.
Like you hone in, and
Wow.
the thing about it of being
Wow.
a generational talent, and that's why I was like, hey, watch it, listen
Wow.
to what they're saying.
I can't believe y'all.
I'm sitting here saying, and then on top,
It did.
not
Hold up.
even going to the T-Mac thing. The T-Mac thing is interesting just because I see where he's coming from.
And didn't
You
blame
talking about-
him for his team not making the playoffs when Captain
is he
Kesey
the man?
always says he didn't have no help.
Hey,
LeBron didn't have no help.
LeBron gonna make the playoffs. LeBron gonna make the playoffs.
The Lakers didn't make the playoffs when he was hurt half
One
that
time.
season.
When he was hurt.
But
Not
he
when
came,
Steph-
but,
when-
but
when
he came
Steph is-
back. But he
when-
came back,
when-
and they didn't make it.
LeBron's so good. He took what Kesey be saying. He took a team of bums to the finals twice,
In an era
No.
that's a little different.
No.
Come on.
5 times.
Come on.
5 times.
Come on.
5 times he took
in the
some-
Eastern Conference.
And then on top of that,
In the
he
Eastern
almost
Conference.
beat Golden State Warriors without who?
Kyrie,
Without Kyrie
He
and
didn't
Jordan
almost.
and Kevin Love.
he didn't almost. They
beat
got
them.
destroyed.
They almost beat them.
If
It
they,
was-
I'll give you
it
this.
was
If they
4-2.
had him, the Warriors would have lost. I see how objective that is.
That's your one objective against Curry. Everything else is we hate. But my thing, I just thought this conversation was very interesting, just because
Really, Geesing.
generational talent and being a really good basketball player or working hard to get in your position is 2 different things.
If Steph Curry has never had anybody hold his nuts, I found one.
I know you ain't talking about
I know, because you
ball cleaner.
Ball
Ball
cleaner.
cleaner. I know you ain't talking.
You
So,
talk about me, you on Steph Curry taxes.
All right, I already knew that.
He don't get much because he's in California. But here's the bottom line. I don't like it because to me,
You bitter.
I'm not bitter. That's one thing I'm not. Both of those guys talking are not champions. Both of those guys, other than T-Mac being explosive, what else can you say about his career? Steph Curry has 4 championships in the Western Conference. The Golden State Warriors built their team through the draft. KD went and joined them, and they still won 2 with him. And they won 2 with and 2 without.
Mhm.
So to say that man can't carry a team is pretty insulting.
No, they won 2 with him.
And they
you said
won
2
2
okay,
without.
my bad.
But to say that you can't even get to the playoffs, and not to mention the year that they didn't go, Steph missed half that season.
I just want.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Not both. Well, I'm just saying that to put Steph, because I think one of the things about Steph is he's a really great guy. He's not a villain. He's a really great guy. And when you talk about being, let's take away the phrase generational talent. Let's just talk about top 5, top 10 all time.
You know, Steph's like my top 5.
I don't, when you put it in I think when the way that T-Mac phrased it, and he's talking about, hey, you're the guy, this team is on your shoulders, and you talk about, hey, this is on your shoulders. It's
at least get us to the playoffs.
At least get us to the playoffs. I feel like he has a point.
So 4 championships is not enough just because he missed the playoffs once.
One came because of KD.
I'm saying this.
And in the other ones, without Draymond, they don't win them.
But they won them.
But
so he's being penalized because they drafted Draymond.
So then LeBron is being penalized every year then.
Well, LeBron is building super teams. Golden State is drafting.
It's not a super team.
Kesey, when did LeBron not have a super team besides them Cavaliers years?
These are the Lakers.
They got Anthony Davis.
And what do you call him? One-leg Willie.
You should.
That's what you call. Don't put that curse on me.
Brittle.
Lakers is your team.
One-leg Willie.
Not my team.
Brittle Davis. Whatever you want to call it.
Snap, crackle, and pop Davis.
So
whatever
Kesey,
you want.
Steph's not a generational player in your mind?
No.
Okay.
I can name 10 players I would say
are generational
over him. Yeah.
I would love to hear.
We're gonna hold that thought. Don't just say the 10. Hold that thought. Play the next clip, Tom.
Curry belong in the top 10 all time.
No, he doesn't. But he probably is 11. Like, he's not better than Allen Iverson to me. But being outside of the top 10 doesn't negate your talent.
No.
Like, Steph Curry is one of the greatest of all time. You sub AI into Steph Curry's team. Does he win 4 championships and he do all the shit?
Hell no, he don't. No, he don't.
Allen Iverson.
Yes. You say it loud as you want.
No.
Say it as loud as you want.
Rookie of the year.
You did not just show me a Steph Curry clip with Brandon Jennings commenting.
Well, first of all, he's on your side.
Okay.
I
missed it. Replay it, Tom.
Clip, Tom.
Start over. I'm going to say, like, don't tell me he's hating up here. Oh, Zeke is really.
No, he doesn't. But he probably is 11. Like, he's not better than Allen Iverson to me. But being outside of the top 10 doesn't negate your talent.
No.
Like, Steph Curry is one of the greatest of all time. You sub AI into Steph Curry's team. Does he win 4 championships and he do all the shit?
Hell no, he don't. No, he don't.
Allen Iverson.
Yes. You say it loud as you want.
No.
Say it as loud as you want.
Rookie of the year. Number 1 pick.
When he stepped past half court, everybody's guarding him.
Who?
Steph Curry.
The dude himself was so dominant
That it didn't win to no ring.
and so. Do you know what his team looked like?
Okay,
let me.
well, hey, well,
let me.
hey.
No.
I don't give a fuck.
No. Get it?
I want Kesey to start with this.
Dang, that was aggressive.
Kesey.
I'm
If you
going.
put Allen Iverson
I'm going
on the
with-
Golden State Warriors, is he winning 4 championships?
Yes. Because tell me, this is what I want you to tell me. Now, think about it like this before you be objective to what I'm finna say.
I have to be objective.
Listen, Steph is a scorer, right?
He's a shooter.
He's a shooter.
Allen Iverson is a what?
Scorer.
Neither one of them play no damn D.
It's facts.
Steph
So all the Golden State Warriors needed from Steph is him to get buckets. All the Golden State Warriors need for Allen Iverson to do is what?
Get buckets.
Draymond and them do all the dirty work.
And you know what's funny? I thought it was interesting because Allen Iverson is they're 2 different kind of how they play. Like Steph is more of a bring the ball down, kick it to Draymond, top of the key, and Draymond, hit some screens and such, and he comes back around. Allen Iverson needs the ball in my hand. Everybody spread out.
And that's the problem. That
And if he had shooters, like
That-
real shooters, oh yeah,
Allen Iverson would definitely got 4.
definitely would.
Definitely would have got 4.
So I don't really.
Allen Iverson.
Take away Kevin, at least 3.
Think about the rosters he had.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Theo
Allen
Ratliff.
Iverson had
Aaron
Dikembe
McKee.
Mutombo, Tyrone Hill, Aaron McKee. I don't know who that is.
Andre Iguodala.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
No,
yeah,
he didn't.
he did.
I'm looking at it right here. He did not.
That was in Denver.
Iggy, Iggy play for the 76ers,
Not when
bro?
they went to the finals.
Oh, you're talking about his finals.
Some of his finals team.
Well, we're
And
not
then-
giving him mercy because they cheated the Bucks that year, so he deserved what he gets.
Allen Iverson put the pause on us. I'm not even gonna lie.
Say it
I love
again,
I love the Bucks, but Allen Iverson put the pause on us.
the refs helped him though.
Allen Iverson was putting in work on us.
He was putting in work, but not enough for them to
That's-
screw us the way they did.
It's kind of like he's a generational player. That's
Who?
the type of stuff you talk about when you say generational player.
So
takes
Allen Iverson, who's went to wait. I just
He
want to make
take-
sure I
he
understand what
takes
you're
some
saying.
scrubs
Time out.
to the finals.
Time out.
When has Steph ever took some scrubs to the finals?
This is for Kesey. This is for Kesey and Kesey only.
All right.
So
I can't say
Allen
that.
Iverson went to the finals once, and he's generational.
He's generational talent, yes.
So Steph went to the finals 6 times. Hold up. Has handles, can cross anybody at any time, multiple times. All-time scoring leader in 3 points. Highest field goal percentage in 3 points. He's not generational, but
Who you-
Iverson is because he
who
went
you-
to the finals once.
Who you think started the crossover?
Answer the question, please.
Who made the crossover most famous?
Can
Well,
you
because all
answer-
you can talk about is his crossover.
Can you answer the question?
What?
Iverson is generational, but Steph is not?
They're both generational talents. I just said that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you cleaned it up because that's not what you said.
I'll
I've
say
been
Allen
said
Iverson.
Steph was generational talent, but he's not a generational player.
So let me just respond to this message here. I think he did this on purpose to flush.
I didn't do this on purpose. This is just what's going on inside these streets. And
In my opinion, Steph is top 10. But
Why?
for all the reasons I've said on every episode we've been doing for 4 years.
all time,
He's
all
like my
time?
number 5.
Jesus Christ.
He's your number 5?
Dude, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry.
I'm not even putting him over Kobe Bryant.
That's okay. But that's why this is in the eye of the beholder.
So then, how are you going to
So,
disrespect him?
I didn't
and
disrespect
say-
him.
How you going to disrespect T-Mac and say
I
you're
didn't
not
do-
a Hall of Famer?
That's the
You're
first
not
clip.
this.
That's
You're
the
not-
first clip.
you're not
this
this.
clip has nothing to do with T-Mac. This clip has nothing to do with T-Mac.
We're still talking about Steph.
No, but this
still talking-
is
we're
an
still-
opinionated
we're-
opinion.
We're still talking about Steph.
In the opinions
we're still talking about Steph.
of you, Tone, Zeke, who's a crap starter, and
crap star. I'm just putting it out
and
there.
myself, all of our top 10 will be different
Slightly.
and at the discretion of what we like.
That's true. I'll give you that.
You like Luca. Me and Kesey hate him. It's okay to like Luca. He's a baller. We give him his flowers. We say he cried, but do we give him his flowers?
Barely.
Kesey likes LeBron. I like Steph. Tone, for whatever reason, has an obsession with the Knicks, right? But that's his prerogative.
So then,
That's
why,
our prerogative.
so then, why does he have to be all of that? Because he said Steph is not generational. That's his prerogative.
We're
right?
talking, but that's different, though.
It's not different.
The opinion of the question was, is Steph generational? That was the question.
Mm-hmm.
The question for this is Steph top 10. I said yes. You said no. They're different questions, Casey.
Are you?
They're
Are you?
different.
But they're
Arguing
related
the
because
They're not.
the only reason he's not
They're
generational
not.
is because he's not in his top 10.
They're
He
not.
said that.
They're not.
So
There are generational talents who are not in my top 10. Like Larry Bird probably wouldn't be in my top 10 because I never seen him play.
Larry Bird is not a generational player, but continue.
He's a generational shooter.
He's not a generational player. I think he. I
Come
think.
on.
I
Don't
think
act like Larry Bird didn't change the game of basketball.
he made.
Reason why the pale community is always looking for their next home. Larry Bird is the reason why Caitlin Clark is who she is right now in the eyes of the media.
I'll take that tone, but I'll reverse it. Steph Curry is the reason why Caitlin Clark is shooting from half.
Which makes him what?
Popular.
Generational.
Popular.
Because now women are
Popular. Check this out. This is my thing. We talk about generational talent. That's where I see this is where this is going to. But you said James Harden. Is James Harden a generational?
I said generational talent.
I said, is he a generational generational talent? Generational player is the same thing.
No, I don't think it is.
To me, it is because if you're talking about, hey, you have a generational player, but you now have generational talent. How can you have one without the other? That's like saying I like mac and cheese, but I don't really like cheese like that.
You can like American cheese and not the.
That's weird.
That's just noodles, brother.
Butter noodles.
That's just noodles. So you like noodles. But my thing is, when you talk about, let's go Larry Bird real quick. Larry Bird was a left-handed three-pointing shooter that nobody's ever seen before. Low key, same thing with Steph. But these guys worked really, really hard because guess what? There's a long list of shooters. You can name off a shooter. But my thing is this: when you talk about generational talent or generational player, however you want to say it, name me somebody like Shaq. I think that's the best.
Joker.
No. Somebody
4-time MVP in 5 years.
So
Joker,
what?
Okay, when you say Joker,
Triple-double walking.
What would Joker do?
Nobody can hold him on the court.
What would Joker do if he had the guard Shaq? You know how many times Shaq would put
I didn't say he was better than Shaq, Kesey.
So did he?
No, hold on a second. No, you talking about Joker.
Yes.
Joker he's a good shooter, he's a good rebounder, he's a good assist man.
He's a walking triple-double.
So is Russell Westbrook a generational talent?
At one time, I probably would say he was.
No, he's not.
Tell me one point guard that averaged triple-doubles ever 2 seasons in a row.
Oscar Robertson.
Okay. And how long did it take for Russell to break that? How long?
It took
50 years.
It took 20 years, whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is this, though. We're talking about the body of Shaq, a 7-foot, 350-pound, moving the way he moved. And he was so dominant that nobody could hold him. Joker can be contained.
I ain't seen nobody do it.
And then on top of that, he's good statistically.
Even if you double team Shaq, he still would dunk it.
I am not called. Joker is by no means better than Shaq.
They had the rule.
By no means.
He's not a generational talent.
They had a rule named after Shaq, the Shaq attack.
The Shaq, Hacker Shaq.
The Hacker Shaq.
Hacker Shaq.
Like my point is the generational talent. The point of the generational talent, there will never be anybody like this guy, or we're still looking for somebody just like this guy. To me, Joker falls in that same category. Somebody like Steve Nash.
Enrique.
Yeah, somebody is Steve Nash.
Killer.
Somebody who's Steve Nash, who won back-to-back MVPs, and he's like, oh man, he's a really good basketball player, but he's not a generational
You
talent.
should go to a Chicago WNBA game.
Are you crazy?
I thought you was a fan.
Huh?
I thought you was a fan.
I am a fan.
So let me ask you guys
Not
this.
$400 fan.
Is that how much it costs?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
Exactly.
$35 lead pass.
Exactly.
Let me ask you guys this, because we haven't done it in a while here. The question that he said, Steph is not even in his top 10.
Yeah.
Give me your top 10 of all time.
All time?
Give me your top 10. It's going to take some thinking. So bear with us, 94 feet. Let us think about this.
I mean,
for
after
about
five,
60 seconds.
after 5, it gets a little.
It gets a little
cloudy. It
cloudy.
gets a little cloudy.
So
MJ.
hold up. So in no order, or are you doing them in order?
I'm not doing no order.
No order. Okay.
I'm just gonna go top 10.
No, you have to do it in order to make it count with what they're saying. Because dude was like, well, Steph is maybe number 11.
I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is if I'm gonna pick my top 10, I don't want to put in the order because then you really got to sit here and think about it. But I go Jordan.
Okay.
I go Magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. What? I'm gonna go.
Don't slap your hand.
So you never are.
Tom, we on the mic.
No, we've been a 4-year loyal customers, bro.
Let's say Jordan, Magic, Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain.
So let me ask you this,
Oscar Robertson.
before you keep going, how can you put in players that you've never seen play?
I've never seen them play in a game, but I can also recognize the greatness. I can see their highlights. I can see their stats. I can see all those things. Be like, this player is phenomenal.
See, I don't put players that I've never seen play.
And
in
that's
my
your
top
prerogative.
10. Yeah. Okay.
But
So you're
that
at
takes
8.
away a lot of players though, because that takes away from the Kareems. That takes away from I can say barely Jordan, but a little bit of barely Jordan.
Okay, so you're at 8. 2 more.
I'm 5.
No, you're at 5.
I said the same 5 people.
Okay, go ahead.
It's
not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, it's not. I'm gonna go KD.
Wow.
I'm gonna go.
Kesey, can you do yours?
Can you let him finish?
No, I'm asking. Like, can you? Is 10 easy for you? Is what I'm asking. Because he's thinking. You see his face?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I got what? So 4 more.
Wow, it's double team Dre Day. Can you let them finish? The way y'all be cutting each other off, man, please. Terrence, I need you in the studio, bro. Report to the Sherman Phoenix. I need some backup here.
He on one today.
I know he is.
Need some backup.
See,
it's not. Is
it's
it?
not, like I said, after that 5 or 6, it gets a
It's
little
debatable.
cloudy.
It's debatable. So I'm gonna go. Go ahead. That's 7.
I'm gonna go. Man, I hate to do this too. Isaiah Thomas.
Ooh.
I was waiting for you to put him on there.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Larry Bird. And then I'm gonna go. Man, this is kind of, it gets hard.
That's what I'm saying. So the best.
Okay. Giannis, and I'll throw Joker in there.
Okay. Top 10 of all time. So for me,
I'm missing some people. I know I am, but if you sit down and write it, if I told y'all this like 2 days ago, y'all probably have a better top 10 list.
So I'm gonna go with count them all for me. And top 5 are in order.
All right.
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
LeBron James.
All right.
Tim Duncan.
I forgot Timmy.
Shaquille O'Neal. That's 4.
Oh, I forgot Shaq. Did I say Shaq? I didn't say
You
Shaq.
did not. Shaquille O'Neal. That's 5.
All right.
Now the next 5, I would have to think about the order, but they are in the GOAT conversation for me. Kobe Bryant.
Okay, Kobe.
Kevin Durant. Magic Johnson. That's 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Love him or hate him. Karl Malone. Love him or hate him. Karl Malone.
Ooh, I forgot about Sir Charles.
That's how many? Is that 9?
It's 9.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
I take that. You didn't say Steph.
I said Steph at 5.
He
No,
said
Timmy's my
Timmy's
third.
third.
Timmy's my third, man. Listen, Timmy, the thing I don't like about, I think people overlook.
They said Tim Duncan was a generational talent.
Yeah.
Mr. Fundamentals.
I think people overlook Tim because he played in Kobe's era. And I've said it on this podcast. Why isn't he considered as great as Kobe? And they have the same amount of rings. They have the same amount.
Tim and Kobe is Magic and Bird.
That's a great comparison.
You need fundamental to make flashy stand out and vice versa.
I was just gonna say Tim ain't fun to watch. Let's just cut the crap here.
Tim is pretty boring. But he gets it done.
He does.
He gets it done. People were saying Charles Barkley was the greatest until Timmy came around in that power forward position.
That's true.
For that era. So I can definitely agree to that. But Kobe is that player that got that generation into basketball.
I was just gonna say,
Kobe was a great player during the N1 years.
And
that
he
explosiveness, that excitement, all that stuff. Kobe had that and then some.
That's
so
true.
He took what we loved about Jordan and gave it back to the street players to make them love it even more, which is what made Kobe, in a lot of people's eyes, seem like a better player for the game of NBA basketball than Timmy. But behind the scenes, Timmy was that dude who you would build your creative player and your fantasy person on. If I had to sit here and draft the whole entire NBA during that year, Tim would get picked first.
Again.
I can see that.
Keith, you got your 10, bro? Is it easy for you or is it hard?
It should be pretty straightforward.
Okay, go ahead.
This should be interesting.
Are you doing yours in order or no?
Pretty much.
Okay.
This is in order?
I want to hear this. Go ahead, bro. Number 1.
LeBron James.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay. 3.
Magic Johnson.
4.
Kobe Bryant.
5.
Tim Duncan.
6.
Julius Erving.
7. Okay. You know I forgot. What's he done? Go ahead, bro.
Scottie Pippen.
I was gonna say I forgot Scotty in my top
He's
10.
in my top 10.
Because he's definitely in my top. That's
You
good.
got 2
Keith.
more.
8.
Scottie Pippen. My last 2 would be, because I'm torn. Which one should be 9?
Scotty probably, while he's thinking, Scotty replaces Kevin Durant on my list.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Bird and then Bill Russell.
That's good. That's a really good list.
No Kareem, no Wilt.
I've never witnessed them like that.
All right, that's fine. I'll let that ride.
I mean,
But
I've
Dr. J,
I've
I
watched
was just asking.
I've watched videos on them. Dr. J played in the 80s.
Late 80s.
Late 80s, but he did.
And Jordan patterned his game after him.
I was watching the NBA in the 80s.
We'll leave it alone.
Let it go.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Let it go.
All right.
What's wrong with you, man?
Because it's late 80s. I was watching the game in the 80s.
For like 4.5.
No, I was 6'7".
Can you spell Michael Jordan?
6'7". I can remember everything I did at 6 or 7.
Like I said before, I remember where I was at when Jordan won 91, 92. But you said in the 80s. I'm like, all right, cool.
I remember when the Bulls won Game 7.
I can remember the 80s. I remember writing 1988 on my papers.
You have a photographic memory then.
Well, let's not get crazy.
I do. I got a very photographic memory.
That's what's up.
I mean,
I'm serious. Like, I can really remember writing 1988 on my papers.
Except for texting your friends back.
That's why I said let's not get crazy with it because Kesey.
I like your
You know
list
what?
though. I like your list.
Never mind. Kesey probably do look at his phone like, I ain't hear that bad.
I already told him
Petty.
that.
Petty.
I told him that.
Oh, so you have photograph me, but you just petty. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Now that you said your top 10, where's Iverson now? Because the video said he's a good 11, but there was names that we didn't even put on the list that we definitely know. That
I mean, I think top 10 tells a lot about what kind of person you are or what kind of fan you are. I think that Iverson for a lot of people was more popular than he was like dominant.
I want to put it on the stage.
Dominant. Don't hold on, man. Let's give it a minute because I didn't give you a top 10 in my order, but I feel like Allen Iverson does on the cusp of that 11, 10, 10, 11, 12. Like if you go at 15, then I'll put Allen Iverson there.
Because
So from 11 to 15, you can be anybody.
It could be, but
It just depends on who you like. Once
Right.
you get to 11, it's who you like the most. Because you can actually put like Ray Allen, you can put T-Mac, you can put all of them in that 11 to 15 bracket.
Based on y'all list, I still wouldn't put them there either.
All time
it wouldn't because there were
probably.
some key names that you guys left off, and those are subjective people based
Yeah.
on where you come.
Yeah.
Like your Patrick Ewings, your Moses Malones, your Reggie Millers.
Mhm.
Like these are impact players for their team and their league. But the reason why I said subjective is because, like Keith said, he didn't watch them play like that. Then if you really want to get down and dirty, we can look at like support staffs like Dennis Rodman, you know what I'm saying? Charles Oakley's, you know, people who really did make a big difference who should be looked at compared to like you say, Draymond's and Iguodala's base their skills off of people like that when you're looking at them.
That's true. I mean, and
So
really,
even though Iverson is that player, because I will always go back to the N1 era, changed the way basketball was played.
it did.
And a lot of people don't want to give it credit, but the flashiness came into the NBA during the time of Iverson and them. So the crossovers and all that stuff, that really stood out because you're doing things that Ray for Austin and them was doing off court.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though Ray wasn't a good NBA player, I hate to say that.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. He was just good at and winning.
Would you
And slapping people.
Tone, would you
And slapping people.
Tone, would you put Allen Iverson in your top 10?
He would not be in my top 10.
He wouldn't. I'm looking at the list now. He probably wouldn't even be in my top 15.
I say the same
He
thing
would.
too, and there's no disrespect to Allen.
And
There's
you know,
nothing wrong with that. I
three
mean-
players that I'm taking over Iverson, that I didn't put in my top 10 because and that's the thing about the top 10. That's why you got to write it down because it changes so much. But I'm probably taking Dirk. I'm taking the Greek Freak.
Dirk.
I'm taking Dwayne Wade.
See, and I would add people like
I am
David Robinson, Reggie Miller. I'm just looking at the list as it sits here.
Is that her, Keith? She going on.
Watch this.
David, this is double overtime.
Is this a lie?
Yeah.
Push off.
That wasn't no push.
Kevin Garnett would have got added to mine. Clyde Drexler would have got. And
Kai Drexler over Allen Iverson?
that's my error, bro. I'm sorry. And you know what? I hate this dude, but I still put Carmelo over him.
That's interesting.
What?
I would still pick Carmelo over him.
Shout out to T. He dropped his top 10. He said Jordan, Kareem, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Kobe at number 5, 6, Timmy at 6, Shaquille at 7, Wilt at 8, 9, Larry Bird, and then 10 is at Bill Russell. That's a solid list.
And T, remind the world you started watching basketball in the 60s. I mean, 70s. T, when did you start watching ball? Like early 80s, right, T?
First of all, T, I just want to apologize because Dre has been sending shots to everybody.
He put Jordan at 3, T.
Yeah, he put Jordan.
Yeah.
He put Jordan at he put LeBron at 3.
I love that we can put it on the screen. Yo, real quick. Never mind. Go ahead. That's a great list. T watch ball in the 80s.
T, come on, bro. LeBron is not 3 on nobody's list.
LeBron is 3.
He might be 1 or 2.
LeBron is 3 on some other people's lists.
Really?
Yes.
You cannot argue Kareem, my guy.
Kareem was. I ain't gonna say
You can't
never.
argue Kareem.
Kareem has been dominant on every level of basketball.
He has been,
and that's crazy.
And up until recently, Lou Alcindor got us our only ring.
But hold on. Didn't LeBron just pass his record?
He did pass his record, but he didn't pass his record. That doesn't take away from him being dominant on all 3 levels: high school, college, pros.
LeBron did too.
He just passed.
Not high school.
He didn't go to college.
Right, that's what I was saying. You got to add
He didn't go
that
to college.
caveat.
He didn't go to college.
But Kareem didn't go to the Olympics.
Because they wasn't
doing Olympics. His name is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He wasn't joining the Olympics to love.
They wasn't going to the Olympics back then. They started going until they got their butts kicked and they had to let the NBA players go.
They used to be a college.
He only got his rings because of Magic.
Who? I know you.
Did you not just hear me say Milwaukee ring?
Oh my god,
that's true.
You know I got to give him a hard time. It's all love, T. I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Moving on.
He took Russell off and added Curry. He actually took Bird. He took
Steph Curry's in the top 10 though.
He took Will and Bill off and added Hakeem and Steph.
Dang.
I'll take that. We're gonna post our top 10s after I do it in my head, but we're gonna post our top 10s on our social media pages, and y'all kind of comment it on below and to see. Hey, T, don't let them bully you into changing your list. If LeBron is number 3, he's number 3. He's number 3.
And as long as Steph is on the list, our friendship remains
I see
intact.
Dre texting. Hey,
I'm texting my students, man. Marquette University just lost their president, bro. I'm just checking in to make sure they all good, man.
I don't care about that.
He died. He passed away. He died of cancer.
All right.
So,
well, thanks for bringing that room down, Dre. Appreciate it.
Well, you
that.
asked, so I told you.
saying,
You wasn't
bring
such
the
a
room
jerk.
down.
You know what I'm saying? You
down.
didn't have to be a jerk. I ain't like I'm texting T.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. She changing this list and stuff. I don't know what's going on.
Bro, I do not have that kind of influence over my friends.
But
clearly, you should know that.
I don't know. You might,
I can't get you to do nothing.
You mess around, be like, "Hey, you won't see no Bucks game." Next thing you know, you like,
it don't change you.
Yeah, maybe
it don't change you. It don't change you.
But moving on.
It definitely don't change Kesey not texting, but actually it does. The only time Kesey get a text,
and he be too late for that.
No, right?
He be
you
too
want to go
late
to
for
the?
that.
No, we don't. You want to go to the game? You know why it don't be too late? Because first question, where the seats?
Wow.
And then how many can I get?
That'll be the real seat. That'll be the real question. How many seats can I get? Can I get extra? But moving on.
Enough?
Dan Hurley has emerged as the leading candidate for the Los Angeles Lakers head coaching job. He's being offered possibly an 8-year, $100 million contract. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Too many years, too much money.
That's a lot, and it's a guaranteed contract.
It's only $10 million though. Nowadays, that's cheap.
Yeah, but
that is cheap. And
that's cheap for nowadays. That's cheap.
He wouldn't even be the highest paid coach.
He wouldn't, but he's a college coach.
But 10 million is nothing. That's a tax write-off.
But coming from the college,
But think about
That's true.
what you call it. He probably want a long-term deal because that's what they give in colleges. But think about Monty over there. What did Monty get?
a lot.
He getting like 13 a year.
13 what?
$1 million a year.
No.
More than that.
You get like 30 million a year.
No, you know,
I don't think
30
it's that
million.
high,
It's
KC.
80. It's
Look it up.
4 years. Like
I got
4
it.
years. It's
He getting
like
at least
4 years.
he getting at least
80?
20.
He has a 6-year guaranteed contract and he earns $13 million annually.
Yeah, 13 million.
That's still too much. You see the Pistons?
Look at the roster. Don't act like all they needed was a coach.
So I'm gonna say this. The move is a good one because the Lakers.
Hold up. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you ride.
The Lakers need a coach that has some practicality. It sounds like the Lakers are going younger, especially if they're going to draft LeBron. Now, LeBron Jr., a report came out that said the Lakers have no interest in drafting Bronny with the first round pick.
Yeah, he's not a first round pick. They know he's going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
They know he's going to be there for a while.
Is that Brittany Griner?
Yeah, he played for Phoenix.
He came back. He was on the late injury at first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I like the move for the Lakers.
Y'all talking about that?
I don't.
Controversy.
I want to talk about it, but
Hold
I
up.
might swing it at the end.
I don't know. Does this coach help LeBron stay? I don't know if this coach helps LeBron stay.
I'm gonna let you finish.
It sounds to me like the Lakers are embracing going younger, rebuilding, or potentially drafting this coach to help develop Bronny James. I'm just happy they didn't cave and hire JJ Redick because it shows that I think it helps LeBron. It shows that he's not running the team like everybody thinks he is. So I don't think it's a bad move. I think that deal is way too long for a college coach. However, we have to look at the fact. Why are you looking like that?
Go ahead.
We have to look at the fact
'Cause
that
I'm holding in all.
his
what I'm
team
saying.
won back-to-back titles. Rick Pitino did well when he came to the NBA.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he
He
didn't.
did.
He
Boston
didn't.
was okay. Boston was okay. What's the name did well? Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse did well,
He didn't coach college. He was coaching the Canada League.
but he still did well.
There's
You don't have
not,
to be ingrained in the
there,
NBA.
there is not a college coach who's come from college to the NBA who has done well. Look it up. And
I
everybody's
disagree.
talking about this is a great move. This is a horrible move. You might well, I might as well hire JJ Redick, who at least know half these guys. Are you kidding me?
I disagree, man. Billy Donovan had success.
He didn't do good.
He's doing great. He's still coaching. He didn't win a title. Larry Brown took Iverson to his one thing. Brad Stevens, he did well, right?
And you know how long it took Brad Stevens to coach?
Fred Hoiberg, he did well. That's because they didn't win titles. They don't mean they don't do well. The winning is Lenny Wilkins coached for years, and he's the winning and losing his coach in NBA history. Z, come on, man. Come on, man.
I just know that.
You gotta turn the tide somehow, bro.
Hey, okay, what's the difference between him and JJ Redick besides some coaching college?
He's actually coached a team. JJ ain't never suited up.
You know how different it is to coach college than it is to pros?
I've never done either, but yes, I know it's different.
Okay, so you talking about somebody who I've seen him coach. I get it. Offense phenomenal for college level. That's number one. Number two, I get it. He gets these guys to buy in. I understand that too. But you are talking about pro athletes who mostly likely make more money than you, and if they don't want to listen, they will take the fine and keep it moving. These college kids still depend on their coach.
Dan who?
Well, let's not get disrespectful. He
Come
won
bro.
back to back.
He won back.
I know, but
But,
I'm just saying when
yeah.
it comes to the NBA, it's Dan who?
It is a little Dan who. It is a little. At least JJ Redick come in like, all right, JJ, what you talking about? I'll give you a chance. What you talking about? Let's see what you talking about.
JJ don't even earn a chance. He ain't done nothing but some
And then
commentary.
on top of that, you know who's coming up is silently former coach of Villanova. I can't think of his name, but he's won some championship. He was there when Brunson and Hart and the white boy from the Knicks. He was there when they was there. I'm like, are y'all kidding me with this list? On top of that, I was going to put this out there. The Lakers coaching job altogether, you got 2 years to win a championship, or they will fire you. They will take the L. So why would you have it pretty good in UConn? Now I get it. With NIL deals, the NCAA is a different. The landscape is totally different. I understand that, but for him to hire a college coach who has never been in the pros is just mind blowing.
Well, I got a question.
Mind blowing to me. Please, what's
I
up?
got a question for you. How many times is the NBA supposed to recycle and cycle through these old ass coaches that have been there for a long time?
Come on.
That won't adapt to the new ways of
Right.
basketball.
You got as much as we have like coaches that know the current players. In about 7 years, most of the NBA is going to look different because they're going to be coming from college.
I understand. I get that.
But we also got to refresh our coaches too, man. We can't keep having these old stubborn coaches who want to keep playing the same type of way.
Because Doc out of there after this year.
Ain't
that what I said?
Like how many
I've
teams
been
have
said
Doc
that.
been on?
I've been said that.
Doc out of here.
I you know what? I understand that. I understand that. We have a vast variety of assistant coaches who've been to the G League, coaches who've actually dealt with pro athletes to bring that.
But they may not have the leadership that's needed to wrangle everybody together. We literally got here. Which team was that? Where they lost the locker room?
What's his name?
Adrian Griffin.
Right.
Within 20 games.
Within 20 games.
Hey,
and that's because he did not have that dog in him to be a leader to command his team. He's been at UConn for a minute. He knows how to run an organization from the boss level.
Real quick, Tom. Real quick.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but in college, you are the GM, the coach, the front office. You are everything. You're right. Boss
so why
level.
Wouldn't you want someone who has that expertise behind the scenes? Because that means now you have the ability to be able to talk to owners, GMs, and players. So you know how to be that middleman that can get this whole organization on the same page.
JJ Redick didn't have that?
Without having to give extra money.
JJ Redick didn't have that?
No. No.
Huh?
Just because you're a good commentator doesn't mean you're going to be a good coach.
That is true,
My
man.
thing is this. If the only reason you didn't want it to happen is because him and LeBron James is like this.
But that's
it's like hiring
but
Kesey.
that's another
I get it.
Kesey didn't want it, and I've hired Kesey. He'll show up to work. Okay.
True. Kesey does
Okay.
work.
Kesey will show up to
May have
work.
scratch his lottery tickets and drink his
No,
drinks
not
around.
working for Andre Douglas.
He's gonna get his job done.
Exactly. Not working for Andre.
I get my job done.
Yes, Kesey
Not
don't
working
play
for
that.
Andre. Not working for Andre.
Kesey don't play that. Listen,
I'm all about my coins.
and reputation. It ain't
You know
just
what I'm saying?
coins, it's reputation.
Right.
You
But
gonna
at the
you
end
gonna
of the
remember
day,
this, brother.
The thing about it is
Now my fair brother over here to the right.
that nigga is-
You still
I'll
wouldn't
get
hire
there
him.
when I get there.
You still wouldn't hire him. I'll be when I get there. You still wouldn't hire him to
Rolled
hire
up.
Coach LeBron.
First day. Kesey didn't want JJ, and he's the biggest Laker fan out of all
Is
of
that
us.
true?
I never wanted JJ
So,
there.
okay, let me ask you.
You don't want JJ, but you want this college coach?
I don't
let
want
me ask
Dan
you a
either.
question.
Like, do
Let
you
me
hear me
ask you a
say Dan
question.
who?
Let me ask you a question.
All right, what's up?
Why would you hire JJ? What about JJ to you would make you say, you know what? I want to give you this $100 million deal.
To me, if you're gonna hire, if you're gonna go the route of fresh face, fresh eyes to look at this situation. I want somebody who is not only JJ is he's an analyst, and when you're an analyst nowadays, you have to have some type of insight on the game. And I feel like JJ Redick had a very good insight on the game. Now, I will say him being best buddies with LeBron close enough to have a podcast did slightly.
That's a conflict of interest.
It doesn't look good. The optics look bad. But I feel like somebody who has played pro basketball, and if you're a fresh look, that's the route you want to go.
But my thing is, if it was any just run-of-the-mill college team, then I would stand behind what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about UConn. UConn has produced enough quality NBA players that we trust the program.
And
to me, UConn is like number 4 behind schools like North Carolina, Duke, and
very true.
Throw one more in there.
Very
true. I will believe that, okay, here's this guy. We need a new fresh face. We need somebody to look at the NBA differently because we done ran through all these used up coaches already.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So all of them are set in their old ways. I want someone new who also knows how to talk to my front office. Because that's just as important. A lot of these coaches get fired because they ain't got the trust of the front office no more.
Or the support.
Or the support.
Let me
But
ask
you
a
know
question, then.
everything that's you come in, you sit down. This is the expectations we want here, plus a ring in one of the most lucrative markets. What can you do for me?
With that being said, Tone, real quick, let's say
You can't
8-year
guarantee
deal.
me JJ will get me that.
8-year deal. 8-year deal.
Okay.
He's there all 8. Because you're right. And that is you have to have patience.
6.
The Lakers do not have the patience.
If they're
In the
embracing,
8-year deal, I give them 6 because you got to give them 2 to get you.
remember, they don't get rid of coaches quickly for 8-year deals. They get rid of them for 4-year deals.
Right.
3-year deals.
I'll give you that.
So, but to me, it sounds like the Lakers are going deeper and they're embracing a rebuild.
They're going to have to.
And if you're going to draft younger players like Lil Bronny, itty bitty guards like Easy say, and some of their other younger talent.
You say itty bitty guards? Go ahead.
I mean, they got
That's
small
what
guards,
Casey
my
said.
guy.
That's what Casey said.
Yeah.
Casey said it.
They
Itty
got
bitty
small
point
guards,
guard.
That's not what I said.
Here's what you said.
You always goes about
Now you
itty
talking
bitty.
about Bronny. Now you talking about Bronny. Whoa, I didn't say that. Whoa,
Itty
I-
bitty point guard or whatever he's going
I
to
think
play.
we have a show called Itty Bitty Point Guard. But go ahead.
Yes, we do it because
Do
you
we?
named it.
We might.
Because you went crazy.
I know I said it, but I didn't mean no harm by it.
Now that Bronny's in the game.
Now Bronny
Itty
going
bitty.
Bronny.
So
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I like this for the Lakers. I think it's a good move. And here's the thing to remember too. LeBron has always shown great respect for a number of college coaches. If Bron could have picked, he probably would have picked old boy from North Carolina if he was still interested in coaching. And the reason,
No, you talking about from Duke.
You talking about Duke?
not Duke, no, he would have picked dude from NC. He was really close with
You talking about Hubert Day?
no, who's the old coach?
I know.
Brian
Coach
Johnson?
The old coach for who?
North Carolina.
I know you're not talking about Coach K because that's Duke.
Duke, Coach K, obviously that was LeBron's coach in
The USA.
US, but Coach K is too old. I think it's
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's
the old UNC coach was Williams, Coach Williams. LeBron was a big Roy Williams fan. He was a
He's
big
older
Roy
than Coach K.
They're both old, is what I'm saying. LeBron was close to them.
Uh-huh.
So I think this college coach thing, it might actually be what LeBron needs for
it's
this
not just LeBron,
point in his
just
career.
The league. Okay,
Hold up, Tone. I'm sorry. Zeke, who else they gonna get? You sitting here huffing and puffing like, why you
he
giving
really
this dude a
wants
chance?
JJ.
Who you gonna get?
He really wants
You know
JJ.
what?
You love them
No,
Walker
no,
Shaw
the-
type of people,
The
don't you?
JJ thing was just funny to me.
Okay,
The
I'm
JJ
about
thing
to
was
say,
funny to me.
Okay,
Did I want JJ? Of course I don't. I don't care who they get. I thought it was hilarious. The JJ thing was just hilarious to me.
No.
My thing is the whole college coach thing is that number one, there's never been a successful college coach. Brad Stevens is the exception, but it took him a long time, and he had the backing of
Billy Donovan is a very successful NBA coach. What are you talking about?
define successful.
Bro, he has his winning percentage is
It's barely
near
over
4.
50.
No, Zeke, you made that.
Now, hold on. Then on top of that, you know who he had on that roster?
He still had to coach him.
Who he had on that roster?
Oh, man, you can't no winning with you, bro.
And I'm just saying, like, don't sit here act like I'm watching this like, who they trying to hire? Like, I'm literally sitting here like,
Bro, Larry Brown was a successful coach.
He didn't come from college.
Winning. Yes, he did come from college.
where
Yes, he did,
where he
bro.
go?
His college record was 262 and 100.
At
A
what college?
percentage, I'm about to tell you, his winning percentage in college was .724. His NBA career was above 500. Are you kidding me? Larry Brown.
Whoa. Before he, didn't he coach LeBron James most of that?
No, he did. Larry Brown did not coach LeBron James. He coached Allen Iverson.
I'm sorry. He was on
Denver, and he coached the Denver Nuggets, and he coached the Philadelphia 76ers, and he did a
when they were
he
bad.
bro.
You know, hold
Isaac,
on.
no, let me finish.
Coach
No,
Brown
hold
was
up.
an assistant coach a lot of this.
Hold up. Larry Brown was the heck.
Oh, you talking about Larry Brown? I thought you talking about Mike Brown.
I was gonna say, come on.
I thought you talking about Mike Brown. My apologies.
Larry Brown took Allen Iverson to the finals.
Hold on, Larry Brown.
He took Allen Iverson to the finals. He took the Indiana. He coached that. He took the Detroit Pistons to the finals and won the game.
How long? How long was he coaching?
Bro, his record was 1,098 in 904.
At the end of his career? Yeah, in total. What I'm saying is you don't have these stats. I'm talking about a college coach coming into the NBA has not done very well. Now, over the years,
gave you 5.
Over the years,
I just gave you 5.
Over the years, they have eventually gotten good.
Billy Donovan's record, he's above 500. Brad Stevens is above 500. Rick Pitino is slightly below 500. Okay, Fred Hoiberg is slightly under 500.
But we're talking about the Lakers here, who expect to be in the NBA Finals every single year.
But coaching is 60, players is 40. It's not just on the. He can't get out there and suit up. He can run plays. He can give you a mentality.
You saying all of this, but you talk about Monty Williams. You're talking about, oh, that's too much money. They paid him.
But Monty is, to Tone's point and to Marquis' point, is they're recycled coaches. They're recycled coaches. Kesey,
at the end of the day,
we're tired of recycled coaches, right?
At the end of the day, it's a new day, new year. Gotta try something different. You done went with all of the old players. You done went with all of the old coaches. What do you do now? Nothing has got you a championship.
You gotta move.
And then they win the championship. Who's the coach when they won the championship? Luke?
Who?
Walter?
Who?
The Lakers.
No, dude that just got fired from Phoenix. That KD got fired.
Oh yeah, Coach Vogel.
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
They fired him after 1 year.
It's some good.
One.
Exactly. You're talking about some will.
But the Lakers weren't going to. The Lakers fired him, though. They weren't going to hire him again.
They turn a new key. Got to do something different. These are some of the Lakers. They got 2-3 years to win.
Come on, man.
2-3 years.
Next topic, please.
We'll move on. During the press conference, the Dallas Mavericks coach Jason Kidd stated Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics team. Jason Tatum responded to this comment saying this is a ploy to divide the team, divide the locker room. Is Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum the reason why the Boston Celtics won an NBA championship?
I'm going to let Kesey go first because you and I had a long kind of back and forth there and didn't say a lot. But before Kesey goes, I just want to say something really quickly. In the 2024 playoffs, Jason Tatum has averaged 25.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, 5.9 assists. Jaylen Brown has averaged 24.8 points, 6.1 rebounds, 2.6 assists in the same amount of games played in the 2024 playoffs.
Has nothing to do with my action.
Cap, Jason Kidd. Cap. Kesey.
I think he has a point, but continue. Kesey?
I'm going to say neither.
Neither. It has to be one, but continue.
So you asking me who team is it, right?
That's not what he's asking.
Yes and no, but I'm asking more of who is the best player on this team.
So that means
the playoffs.
Because that means who team it is then, right?
No.
Oh yeah. So in some, yes.
Who's standing on it?
Anthony Davis is the best player on the Lakers, right?
No, you're not.
Is LeBron?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. It didn't work. Okay. Kesey, go ahead.
The best player so far on Boston to me has been Derek White. He's been the most consistent.
I don't even know what to say after that.
I mean, you know who your superstars are. I get it. But this playoff run, the best player that's been on that team has been Derek White. The most consistent player has been Derek White.
It hasn't.
Yes and no.
I just gave you the okay.
What you just gave me what?
I just gave you the top 2 players on Boston right now according to stats, and Derek White is not one of them.
Is that the season or is that the playoffs?
The playoffs.
I will give you this. This is what I'll give you.
Playoffs.
This is what I'll give you. This.
Jason Kidd said Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics right now. We're talking about playoffs.
To me, I see your point.
You let him get out of that?
If you watch the games, if you watch the playoffs.
Whoa. He didn't say both. He wasn't. Actually, both of them have been contributing. Don't tap dance. I'm asking you a question. He went the opposite way and said Derek White.
He said, "Can I say option C?"
because to me, neither one of them has performed to the caliber of money that they getting paid. If you ask me,
to me, I'll go ahead.
Neither one of them has given me the caliber of player that that owns that team.
Really?
They've been playing mediocre.
Mediocre?
Their supporting cast is bailing their ass out.
Okay.
Whether you want to admit it or not. And then Porzingis came and saved them in game 1.
I don't want to say save.
He saved them.
He didn't save them. They didn't need to be saved. They destroyed Dallas.
Without that performance that he puts on it.
Dub.
Without that performance he put on in the first half, what he had 14 in the first half, 15 in the first half.
Something like that.
They don't win that game. Porzingis changed that because
they was coming back, but
he also made it difficult for Dallas because Dallas didn't have anybody to guard him.
Mm-hmm.
He was too quick for the bigs, and he was too big for the smaller players.
Mm-hmm.
So he was taking advantage of that. That's how they got the lead. And once they got the lead, all they had to do was maintain it. And Jaylen Brown and them, they just followed suit.
Mm.
They didn't really do anything. Derek White was hitting big shots to start the game.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Holiday hit big shots to start the game. Tatum and Brown don't come around until the role players start doing what they do. And that's why I don't know who is their leader. And they've been having this issue since they've been there. It was Marcus Smart at first, but now it looked like Derek White is their leader.
Mm.
They heart and soul of their team.
Mm-hmm.
Because without Derek White, do they get those W's they got? Because Derek White has some pretty good performances this year.
He did.
But here's why what you're saying is good but irrelevant, because Jason Kidd said the best player on Boston is Jaylen.
But I don't want to give them the best player because they're not playing the best players. Right?
Drew, you know the hard part, the funny part? Drew Holiday agreed with it.
He did.
He shouldn't have said that. He should have kept quiet.
I think
what did Drew say?
I see the same thing. Drew said he's not wrong. He's like, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I see the same thing that Drew is saying. Game 1, to me, Jaylen Brown won that game for them. Jaylen Brown, not Porzingis, not Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum had 8 points at half. And I think he scored the rest in the second half. Most of that, once they cut it to 8, Jason Tatum, it was more Jaylen Brown, though. He's doing it on both ends of the court.
I
think that's why Jason Kidd said that he's doing it on both ends of the court. Now, I see what you're saying about the whole Derek White thing, but I feel like Jaylen Brown is really feeling the moment like, I'm not going to lose in the final again. I'm not going to have this happen again. Because when he played Golden State, he got overwhelmed real quick. And it just got nasty from there. And Jason Tatum, to me, even Joe, Jason Tatum was like, oh, he's trying to divide the locker room up. This locker room was already, I can say already divided, but it was one of those things where I just got word that Luke is good to go for tonight's game.
There was no alpha.
Stephen A. text you?
Yeah, he did, actually.
There was no alpha.
So
this is Stephen
Agreed. That's the problem that the Celtics have always had. Because we talked about this in our 4-year run. Who's Batman and who's Robin?
Jaylen Brown is turning into Batman. Jaylen Brown is turning into Batman.
But the point that they were making is Jason Tatum's response. Jason Kidd is kind of a
He's poking a bear.
And he does whatever he can to try to win. Remember the whole hit me so he can drop his
yeah.
That's all he's doing. He's trying to stir up
mind
some
games
mess
with him
so that Dallas can come in and have a head up.
Tatum had 30 tonight. It didn't work out well. But I see what he's doing. But looking at Boston squad, the fact that you said Derek White, I'm saying Jaylen Brown is becoming Batman on this team.
I'm gonna say this. I like them both, but Jaylen, I still think he's overpaid. But Jaylen Brown is showing us that, hey, y'all snubbing me and all this stuff, and I'm gonna show y'all that I'm gonna put this team on my back.
Tatum Brown is the more dominant one. Tatum just sits back too much for me, man. He's too
passive.
He's too passive, and he has talent to be the alpha. Like, stand on something, be something.
But I think Jason Tatum realizes I can't just go out here and score 50 points and we gonna win the game.
But you gotta be dominant. There's nothing dominant about him.
Well, he's light skinned. Let's just call it what it is. He's light skinned. Anytime light skinned brother come through her, I mean, come on, sit your soft. All right, whatever, man. I guess. Yeah, well, even when he dunked on LeBron his rookie year, did you really remember that?
I do.
You remember that?
I do.
But was it nastier than Scottie Pippen's when he dunked on Patrick Ewing?
That is the greatest dunk of all time.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
That's the greatest take
disrespectful.
of all time.
And he bumped LeBron. LeBron was like, "Oh, it's light skin." You know what I'm saying? So
Like Steph Curry.
Remember, he got geeked. He got
was
geeked.
geeked. He was like, "Man, it's light skin."
like a Steph Curry.
Exactly.
Steph ain't gonna dunk on nobody though.
Exactly.
Like when LeBron blocked his shot and he was in his face.
I ain't gonna repeat what LeBron said, but it's turned a little. You better beat it. Oh, but you know, see here and there.
But yeah, at the end of the day, is to me, Jaylen Brown is the best player.
Okay.
Agreed.
You
But
said Derek White.
But to me, who's been playing the best for them this playoffs has been Derek White to me.
I
If
think
you
to
ask-
get them to this point, but I see what
To
you're
get
saying.
them where they at is Derek
Yeah,
White.
I see what you're saying.
Al Horford played good too.
He did. I think it's
Porzingis injured what?
real quick.
It was a setup.
I don't know if we talked about that this year. I don't know if we talked about this year. Is the Boston Celtics a super team?
I don't think so. We talked about it because I don't have Porzingis as that super player that he once was. I don't have Jaylen Brown as a superstar. I have him as an up and coming. Okay. I think the only superstar they really have is Jason Tatum. Now Brown is becoming one. Boston's not a super team. They're a well-rounded team. That's what I say. I don't think they're a super team.
Before KD was Golden State a super team?
Yes.
Before
Yes.
KD.
Absolutely.
Then Boston's the same thing.
But so here's the thing. Let me take it back. Golden State was not a super team because they were drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Boston's not a super team. Boston
Jaylen Brown was drafted. Jason Tatum was drafted.
and Porzingis was signed and free agency. So,
Okay.
and Porzingis, let's be honest, we be clowning Anthony Davis. Porzingis is a blink away from a broken something too.
That's
He
true.
he played all that energy. He played all that hard energy to be probably questionable tonight.
Boston played that very smart.
Well, yeah, they held him to the finals.
They didn't rush him back. They didn't need to.
They didn't need to because they knew they could get back to the finals in the East.
Yeah.
Especially once they knew Joel Embiid was hurt and they knew Giannis was hurt. They didn't have anybody else to contend to.
Yeah.
To contend with. I mean.
That's true. I get that.
And that's why they was able to set Porzingis down and let him heal. And then now they're bringing him back.
Mm-hmm. I think he's gonna come back like that, but I agree. I agree
Teams
with
didn't
you.
expect him to come back playing like that.
Yeah, I agree.
They expected him to come playing off. But Porzingis has probably been practicing with them every day.
Yeah, I mean he has. He
just hasn't been in the game.
It's interesting because a lot of people have this same kind of injury that he had. He just has more. He had more time to get right. This is not on the agenda, but I want to talk about this before Bucks talk. Tony, you want to pop the picture? The USA women's team drafted roster has been put out. They put out the roster.
Yo, shout out to the 94P podcast for integrating some WNBA stuff in here. I got to give us some credit for that because we've been just basketball men's for years and occasionally some NFL, but we've integrated some WNBA segments.
Let's not
shout out
to us, number one, but number two, let's cut the crap here. Caitlin Clark effect is real. Okay, let's just call it what it is.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
Easy don't like it, but the Caitlin Clark effect is real. Now, going back to this roster. Speaking of that, this is Team USA women's basketball women's roster, and people were upset. I'm not even gonna go over these names because I'm not the best name person. If either one of y'all want to go over, this is the time.
Bro, I don't know half these players, so
I know half of them. I just don't know the name. I'm just not well with the name.
Did Enrique make it?
Nope.
No. So, but let's just.
Is she from here?
Yeah.
From the USA?
She from Milwaukee.
Well, she played here. I'm just asking because I didn't know if.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Your nationality can let you play wherever you want.
No, she's supposed to make the roster. She just got snubbed.
Yeah.
I just want your reaction. So looking at this USA basketball roster, given that Caitlin
is not on it.
Given that she's not on it, I don't think it's a snub. I mean, you got to earn that stuff, right? Did she earn it? She's only played, 10 games?
But that's the whole
Kristen Leitner made the USA
But that's
team
the whole
once upon a
conversation
time.
that I think
30 years ago. Go ahead, Tom.
That's the whole conversation I think that a lot of people are not properly having. They're thinking that the Caitlin Clark effect works for everything.
Thank you.
And they tend to forget that the Olympics, you have to try out for that. You have to earn that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know?
Real quick tone, though.
Yes.
Because every time Caitlin Clark gets left out of something, it'd be like, is this the right business move for women's basketball? And that's what I'm asking you. Is this the right business move for women's basketball? Because yes, if Caitlin Clark
hold on, wait a minute, I got
if
you.
Caitlin Clark gets on this team, guess what? Millions, maybe hundreds of thousands of girls are buying USA women's basketball jerseys.
Okay, hold on.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. But let's not sit here and act like Aja Wilson ain't on this list. What the best player in their league right now?
Real quick, I'm gonna ask y'all because I know Tone know. How does Wilson play for?
You said what?
Who does Wilson play for?
Oh, I have no idea.
Who does Caitlin Clark play for?
The Fever.
Who does Wilson play for?
She do play for the Fever.
I know. Who does Wilson play for?
Fever, I guess.
No, she plays for the Las Vegas Aces.
Well, I don't watch WNBA.
My point is, again,
but take in consideration, you at this moment only know where Caitlin Clark plays at because she just got there.
No, that's not why. That's not why.
Got there.
I only know Caitlin Clark because of the publicity she got, and then I started watching.
So why should she should be on there just for
no?
that?
Girl didn't make it.
So where does
here's the thing where here's the thing where I want the world to give a concept. Here, let me even say the word. Here's the thing I want the USA to get a handle on.
What?
Okay. The Olympics is a world thing.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn about who comes from what country or what. They're not watching the Olympics to see some somewhat popular player from the United States. They're there to see who is going to win gold. So you put Caitlin Clark on a team full of women who bust their ass to get there, and you're there simply because of popularity, and you think that team is not going to fold? We are not playing for a regular championship that you can get every season. We are playing for motherfucking gold.
Hey,
but I get what you're saying,
you
Tom.
edit that out?
No.
Jeez, we're a family show.
Tom, I get what you're saying.
It is gold. I don't get. You have not proven anything to me. You need to be on a gold-winning team.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's one person on that roster that they got to get approval from. Diana Taurasi. She has multiple gold medals for the USA team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's not. I didn't have to look it up. I'm not even looking it up.
No, that's funny part.
Everybody know who Diana Taurasi is.
Taurasi
if you don't know who Diana Taurasi is, then
I know who she is. I know she old.
She old, and she's still that business. As you she just put a Rike out.
Yeah, she dropped 38. I think she dropped 38.
The Olympics is a completely different. Bro, if you can't handle the WNBA,
you're
not going to handle the world.
So, Tone, you just saying this Caitlin Clark effect is just in the U.S.
It is.
All right.
It's not a world.
I'm not going to say like I do know.
Ain't nobody in Barcelona buying the Caitlin Clark jersey.
How do we know if we don't put it out there,
You want to know how? I don't know, because Barcelona has their own women team that they support.
Oh, it's facts.
You got to remember, the women's ball overseas before the WNBA became something worth balling for. So women basketball worldwide is way.
I'm surprised Brittany Griner on this team.
That's where I was going to grow. That's where the controversy with Caitlin Clark really came into play.
They letting her go overseas?
Exactly.
Are we sure about that?
That is where the controversy came into play at, because Brittany Griner got added, but Caitlin Clark got snubbed.
Do they play in Russia?
No.
But name another center in that league better than her.
And that is why I am not against her being there. All we have to do is tell Brittany stop smoking weed.
You need what's that one girl name?
Problem solved.
But it's legal over there. Where they going?
True.
Nope. Look, she just came from prison. You risk it if you want to.
She can't have none on the plane no more.
No more.
But she can have it while she there.
Go get you a bag.
I was too close, bro.
You go get you a baguette and a blunt, and you be good.
You know what? I get I get where you're coming from. I just found it. I did see this. I thought this was interesting because I just feel like Who was that? Thomas?
And Thomas is basically saying what I'm saying.
That Enrique got
TK, what's good, bro?
Enrique did get snubbed.
She did get snubbed.
I think she leading the league in points, ain't she?
Right. Now,
Or under Wilson. Her and Wilson kind of going back and forth.
TK, who been playing terrible? Brittany or Caitlin?
Caitlin.
Man, stop.
Caitlin been this is what I'll say about Caitlin.
Having a rookie.
She's
year.
having a rookie season.
That's what she is.
We thought she was going. People thought she was going to come into the league dominating. And what's that girl name? Diana Taurasi. She said, "All right, okay, okay." You think that when they talked about her to Caitlin Clark, she was like, "She's going to come into the league doing this and this." She was like, "Yeah, okay." Don't get it twisted. We go hard in the WNBA
now,
and she has been proven right. They go hard in the WNBA, Caitlin, real hard.
I'll give you the next Olympics. Caitlin will definitely be on the roster.
True.
Oh,
next one, she definitely will.
This is not her year.
Not if she don't have a good year.
Got 4 years to get ready, bro.
I told somebody.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Got 4 years.
4 years. But I told somebody the WNBA is very cutthroat. They will cut a player if you are not
fighting for them. But here's the thing:
if you are the number one draft pick,
there's no money. They get no money out of this. You don't get paid for paying in the Olympics.
You get sponsorships.
You get sponsorships. You get some bragging rights. You get
stuff
their
like
resume.
That. But my thing
right?
But how many people do you know got a gold medal?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Carmelo thinks they're rings. Oh yeah, it's what?
Let him hold on.
You got to hold on to something. I get
it.
But I don't know. To me, it was just a little bit of bad business. But I see where you're coming from, Tom. I see where you're coming from. To me, it's just a little bad business.
Not really. You have to remember, the Olympic teams, they play together for years.
They do.
They play together for years.
And when I really think about it, I don't even think she's not part of that. But they had like a college. No, they have a 3-on-3. That's one of the new things in the Olympics this year. She didn't make that roster. They didn't even put her on that.
Because you got to remember, your Olympic team stays together and they train together.
But they put in Brink, old girl from that transfer from LSU. I forgot her name. And they put up
so as 94 feet is adding WNBA, we will get better. Because I don't know.
Look, bro, we just bought it. It's $40. Okay?
We won't.
35.
We've been watching. Yeah, we were just watching the game behind y'all.
Look, I support the ladies, but it's very frustrating. I'm not gonna hold y'all.
How's it frustrating?
I just tone is very.
Is it like turning on a new sport for the first time?
Could Milwaukee have a WNBA team?
We should.
Is there enough talent here, Kesey? You're in the community. Is there enough talent here that Milwaukee could be a WNBA expansion team?
No. We don't have the money for it. Let's start there.
We don't have the money for it. We barely have the arena for it.
Only big market.
I mean,
they can play at the same where the ladies play at Marquette.
They can play.
They'll play at the same.
They'll play at the Pfizer.
They gotta play at the Pfizer. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or the Panther
Plus,
Arena.
We ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
But I just don't think the city is marketable enough for that.
Only big market
because it's already a hard market as it is.
And Toronto just got one.
But Toronto, that's Canada. International still.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
But like to come to Milwaukee, a small town like Milwaukee, and think it's going to be popular.
Plus, you also got to remember the franchise has to eat the first 4 years because they're not going to make immediate money off of WNBA team.
That's very
and
true.
We can't afford to eat. We still got coaches we pay.
And we got coaches we play.
And we could thank Giannis for that.
And we still. You know what? Real quick.
You gonna stop blaming it on him?
No. Let's talk about this.
That's superstar stuff.
I don't want to talk about this, but let's talk about it.
When Lakers get fired, who do they blame? Coach get fired? They blame LeBron.
No, you all blame LeBron.
When KD get coaches fired, who do we blame? KD. When the Bucks get coaches fired, it's Giannis.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Okay, what's good, homie? Thanks for listening in, bro. It's been a minute.
Real quick.
I'm not blaming him, man.
We're gonna go to Bucks talk. And before I pop this clip,
is he playing for Greek?
Yes,
he is.
Yes, but
so Tom,
is he taking his brother because he has dual citizenship? He can do that.
No.
Hold on a second, Dre. Let me set it up. Let me set it up.
Is his brother part of the drill?
His brother's not playing because he's tore ACL.
They need those 0 points again.
So Giannis has decided to play for the Greek team for the for the Olympics. He's probably decided to play for the Greek team. Dre was pretty upset about this. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Hold up.
Let's go ahead and Dre, you want to go
So
ahead?
I'll leave it because we're already at an hour and 33 minutes. It's probably one of the longer, but it's a good episode as we always do. My problem with this is all of a sudden, okay, Giannis is at an age where he is getting non-contact injuries. Concern number one. You just sat out all of the playoffs. Concern number two. And
This
now
is the first round.
And now
we 3 rounds later.
He still sat out the playoffs.
And plus, they don't even go to training for that for another 3 or 4 weeks, probably.
No, I mean, I feel your concern because you don't want it to be a career.
No. Let me finish. Let me
might
finish.
Not even play.
He is playing. He is playing.
He just might be a face just to make
You think other teams is bad? Greek is bad.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
That's why I said he might just be a face to be out there.
My problem with him playing is you use the summer to get fully healthy, and you work out for the team that pays you $60 million a year.
I feel you.
You don't go play. I'm sorry, I'm almost done.
Go ahead.
You don't go play for a team that plays you nothing when we're over here trying to make sure your body can last the next 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
I don't like it.
You are talking from a Bucks fan perspective,
Dang
and
right.
I respect you for
A
that.
season ticket holder.
Right, my bad. A season ticket
a
holder.
very expensive one. At
So
that.
I understand your concern, but one, the Olympics only come around every 4 years. 2, that is his home. That is like if an NBA player who's from Milwaukee has the opportunity to come back and just do a quick summer league game. We gonna be mad he don't come home more than we're gonna love him being home. 3, it's Greek. If there's anything he owes them. There would be no.
And
NBA.
he go there every summer. He go there every summer.
3, 4. You said he needs to work out, right? You don't think balling in the Olympics is working out?
Not safely. Get your butt here and do it with some trainers.
The thing about you want to know what's gonna happen with him playing for Greek?
What?
We gonna get that explosive Giannis back.
For him to get injured in October.
We're gonna get that dog back in him. For all we know, he go over there and eat the Greek yogurt and get healthy and don't have another injury. Let that man have his moments. The Olympics only comes around every 4 years.
He could play in 4 years.
I mean, motherfucker,
I could be from Nigeria, and I'm going to go back to Nigeria and ball for them.
I'm interested to see what's
Keith,
going to
do you like it or do you not like it?
Yeah, what do you think about this?
I'm fine with it. I mean, it is what it is. At this point, can we keep getting upset at people making choices that they want to make?
Multitasking isn't real.
It isn't. But I think
he's not going to play for the big 3. Going to ball,
and he might not even play hard. It might be just like some cardio.
Kesey, when have you known Giannis not
Because
to
everybody
ever play
know Greece
hard?
because we all know Greece is not going to win. We all know that.
You got a point there. It's
Think about it.
It's gonna come down to the U.S.
He in his hometown.
Mm-hmm.
He's just working out. You might as well go and play. Why wouldn't you? It wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
If it was you, you would be playing.
No, I wouldn't.
You go.
You filthy animal. You are unloyal son of a.
Kesey, remember how upset we were when Drew Holiday played some years ago? We're like, no, you don't need to play. You need to
just won a
protect your
championship.
body.
He just won a championship.
Exactly. Him and Middleton. And now what happened when Middleton came back? Them knees ain't been the same.
Them knees weren't gonna be the same.
Oh my God, I just thought about that, man.
Them knees ain't been the same
God.
since.
Well,
And
first
he
of
played
all-
him hard all that summer for the.
Actually, him and Drew didn't even play a lot that summer.
But you're practicing every day.
So what? You have to. You're an NBA player.
You just told him he needs to
You're
practice.
missing the point. The point is you don't want to play for another competitive sport that impacts your body. Giannis was just hurt.
So I want to say this. I'm
saying is the first team I want to see him play for is the Bucks, not Greece.
Now here's my
from
thing.
an injury.
Here's my thing.
That's
I'm kinda. Let's mark this on the calendar. By the way, this is June 9th at 6:21 p.m.
In the year of our
Low key. I kind of agree with Dre.
Thank you.
Now, only reason I'm doing that is because Paul George broke his leg in the Olympics. He was out for a while, and he hasn't been the same for a while. He just kind of getting back going.
Accidents
They
happen.
was doing too much.
But that was a freak of nature accident.
You're very true.
The way he landed
I know this.
on the bottom.
Yeah, I get that. But like a couple things. Number one, that was a freak accident, but it can't happen again. Number 2, Giannis goes hard every time.
Bro, Kesey, we
Number
went to the
3.
preseason game. Do you remember what we said to each other?
Why is he going so hard?
Why is he going? Kesey,
Number 3.
do you remember that? Like,
Number
why is he
3.
trying to go for 40 in a preseason game?
My thing is this. This is 3. If Giannis were to, because usually you're right, every 4 years, but my thing is you just came from a injury that could have been a lot worse. So it's not like you sprained the ankle or strained the hammy, and so you're like, I'm sitting out for the rest of the season. No, this is an injury that was like you could have tore your Achilles and then you'd have been out almost all of next year. So my thing is, Giannis, if you're gonna play, cool, but don't go super hard. Don't go super hard, Giannis. Try to relax. Just kind of keep in mind, I'm not gonna go from an angle of we pay you because that's where Dre coming from, and his season ticket.
No, I'm actually going from an
his
angle
season
of safety
ticket.
too.
His season tickets value go down if Giannis is out for the year.
No, it don't. Because it's already paid for. No, it don't. No, it don't.
Okay, let's
No,
talk
it don't.
from a business
Hey, you want to go to the
perspective.
game?
No, we got
I don't know if I want to go
He's
to.
still a superstar.
But if
got
you
what?
even if you look at it from that
Dame Lillard's
perspective,
considered a superstar.
look at all the new eyes that
So
gets
the
on
punch is
Giannis
not going
now
to change.
I'm not talking to him.
from him playing in the Olympics. So your tickets can still have value.
Don't.
Felt.
You'll be fine.
So take
Now,
it down.
pop the last clip right quick, Tom. Yeah.
Stop. When you got to Milwaukee, who the players was going to at first?
Me? Honestly, me.
No. If Michael Redd wasn't hurt, you still would have been number 1 option?
I don't know, maybe.
No, you wouldn't. No, come on, be honest. You wouldn't.
Maybe. I don't know. The way it was going in the hole, I'm the number 1 option. What are you talking about?
I know you-
I came in making the playoffs as the number 1 option.
What else?
I don't know anybody else on this couch that done that.
Pop your You played well, absolutely. You benefited from Michael Redd fucking being hurt.
Don't do that.
He got 4 shots because the other nigga wasn't getting none. He wasn't there. Listen to it. Y'all niggas listen.
I'm listening to what
y'all
you're saying.
y'all niggas listen just to respond.
Oh, you yelling and you're wrong.
Cause y'all
This is what's on my team.
See, y'all listen, y'all listen just to respond instead of listen what the nigga saying.
Why are they so angry?
I like they be having heated conversations like we do.
The use
but,
of the N-word.
well, they just be letting them fly.
Christ.
That really is N-words just
That's,
talking.
but that's because he's not listening. Like he said, you listening to respond, not to listen.
That's number. We do that a lot too. But my thing
Yeah,
is, what is your opinion?
So now we're pointing that we are victims of this? Like, come on, we're all suspects of this.
I just said that. I said especially you though.
Oh, you said
Like
you.
Yeah, he wouldn't point at you.
Okay.
I said we all do this. We all do it.
And I said, yeah, and especially you. And then he go,
Me
and
too.
I was being sarcastic.
I mean,
But
you
then
are.
here he come. He wanted.
Exactly. As long as it's not pointing at him.
Who you think you talking to?
Exactly. But when it's pointing at me, oh yeah.
What?
That's not how we
Well,
would
see,
say.
we know you're an antagonist. You're an ultimate antagonist. You
That's-
know that.
You know what? That's why this show started off. I did.
Just go on and embrace
Anyways.
your role.
What do you think?
He's LeBron. I'm silly,
I'm
and
not
you're
Luka.
an antagonist.
Oh,
You're an
can you
antagonist.
just
I'm
go?
who?
He said you silly.
No, I said I'm silly. He's Captain LeBron.
Oh, you got the
He's
LeBron.
right. We know our roles. See?
He's been Captain Curry today. So
I'm leaking
He
this
is.
tape to your employer, bro. You are very
they
inappropriate
don't care
today.
about that.
That's not inappropriate.
But you just flicked me off like 4 times.
It's not flicking off.
Oh, it's
But real quick. No, what's the what do you think
I
about
don't think the laser surgery worked.
laser these.
No.
Go ahead. See.
The question was put up is Brandon Jennings the number 1 option if Michael Redd didn't get hurt?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give Brandon Jennings his flowers. Brandon Jennings is the reason I became a season ticket holder again in the first place.
Really?
That's the reason we all did. Remember, they were really cheap. Remember, we bought together.
They were really cheap. That's it.
No. We were in the 4th row. Brandon Jennings had dropped that double nickel game, and then we became season ticket holders. Him and Andrew Bogut were a big part of the resurrection of the Bucks. We got to give them their flowers. We did not.
Then
give
are
it-
you listening to respond just like Kenya Martin
Can
said?
I finish?
No.
Oh, now you think you. Oh, now you got a magic punchline
Because I've
you heard
seen
Kenya Martin.
No,
say
because
it.
I've seen this before. I've watched this show every night. To be
But
honest with
I'm
you,
not listening to respond.
Like-
I'm not. But you can't say I'm listening to respond because I'm
You are,
prefacing
because you're
what I'm about to get
You're
to.
responding.
No, I'm preface. He asked me a question, Casey.
But think about
Okay,
it
I'll be
before
quiet.
you respond. Think about it. Before you respond, think about what he's saying. If Michael Redd doesn't get hurt, Does Brandon Jennings have the green light?
No, he doesn't. I was getting to that. I was just giving him his flowers, Kesey. You didn't let me finish. Brandon Jennings helped resurrect Milwaukee basketball. True or false?
No.
I'll give you some of the most exciting moments in basketball during that time was Brandon Jennings.
Michael Redd, if he doesn't get hurt, Michael Redd might be Klay Thompson. Real talk. If he doesn't get hurt,
Are you saying both of these guys can come? I don't know if they can come together and be like a Steph.
I think they could have. We will never know because we didn't get to see it. Mike Redd was the Bucks' #1 option, and we know why, because of the contract. The contract, they cashed out on Michael Redd.
Michael Redd can shoot though.
Michael Redd.
They thought they were getting the next Ray Allen. So yes, they are very correct. Brandon would have been the third option after Redd.
Who's the third option?
The second option would have been Andrew Bogut.
Andrew Bogut sucked. That's why we got rid of him.
Didn't.
Not at that
No,
time.
he didn't.
He started sucking when he broke his arm. Remember?
Yeah, and we were there for that.
Remember he had that
Yeah.
aqua fall, and we
Yeah.
could hear him screaming when we was there.
Amari Stoudemire. I don't think he was with us.
I don't think I was with y'all.
Yeah, Amari Stoudemire pushed that man in the air. Yeah, I'll never forget
Dude,
that.
we could hear that scream like I could still almost hear it.
I think that
I knew
is
he was
true. I think it is true. I don't think Brandon Jennings probably was what he got because he was a rookie and he wouldn't have got the love he got if Michael Redd hadn't played ball. And the fact that Brandon Jennings like, nope, I was that dude. I would eventually took over the team. Jesus Christ, what tobacco you be smoking? That's the person you should be asking who they smoking because he is a hater and he has
Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, Brandon Jennings.
Oh yeah,
And I get it. I get it. You have to hold your own and get your flowers and stuff like that. But
I've always told you
he
overestimated his value. He declared on a national TV show that he wasn't going to re-sign with the Bucks because he was looking at bigger markets and he wanted the max contract. And the Bucks let him walk. And Brandon did not ever get another contract that he wanted. It was 1 year here, 1 year there.
Brandon Jennings will go down in history as the dude who beat the loophole, and that was it. That is all he will be known for.
Yeah,
You remember he went overseas?
He went overseas. Remember they had to
And
play
play
for
for
it. They had to play.
Oh,
He was the-
Done rule. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
he did beat the loophole.
That's all he will be known for.
That's crazy.
Some good education.
I don't think he really had any big contracts.
He never did.
I think he signed a 3-year deal with Dallas.
No, he had one. Right after he left Milwaukee, Detroit signed him for a big deal.
Detroit, it wasn't big. It was
wasn't big?
less than what we were going to offer him.
Was it?
Yes.
Everybody looks
Loser.
at the Milwaukee market as like, I don't want to be here, and they think they can go elsewhere and get better, and come to find out, grass is not greener.
In fact, I think he was cut from Detroit when it was he signed a 3-year contract for $25 million, and that was even less than what the Bucks were going to offer him. But you know what's hot and shit about that?
What?
As much as he hated it when he was here, he loves Milwaukee now.
Oh, because we the only team that can kind of give him. We the only team that can give him flowers.
You know what the crazy part is though? I typed in Brandon Jennings contracts, and the only results I got was Jennings Asphalt Construction, Jennings Construction, J.M. Bremen. It didn't even show his contracts. Look,
Yeah, you got a whole name. Type him. He ain't Steph.
that don't make no sense.
He ain't who?
Steph.
Allen Iverson.
So Brandon Jennings in his career, he's made in 10 years. Well, let's see here. In Brandon Jennings' career earnings, he didn't do too bad for himself. He's earned $40 million in his NBA career.
$40 million.
And for the little stuff he did,
Actually, not bad.
But think out of that 40, he probably brought home
20,
22, 23 of that.
But you have to also remember he's also was very
This is different time.
but he was also very involved with like
Milwaukee.
graphic design. Like I didn't know that until I know his I don't know if it's his godfather, but a guy that worked for the clubs was telling us that he was involved in like graphic designs.
Oh, okay.
He was he helped design some of the Bucks city merchandise, and I'm sure that comes with money. And the other thing, just being in the business, these appearances these players do, even for the club, that stuff ain't free.
I bet it ain't.
That stuff ain't free.
Try to get him on the podcast. He ain't want to. Whatever. Anyways, this has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. Shout out to my brother Kesey.
It's been another good one, good people.
Shout out to Brother Dre.
Yo, it's been fun. Before we go, you didn't wrap us up with real quick. Game 2 predictions. Who you got tonight, Z?
I didn't want to do game 2 predictions because we already did the whole 7.
But who tonight? Who you like tonight to win? Boston or Dallas?
I actually like. I ain't gonna hold you. It's probably gonna be Boston.
Casey, who you like tonight?
Dallas.
I like Boston tonight. If Boston goes up 2-0, don't be surprised if they can pull off a sweep.
I think they come
lose 2 in Dallas.
I think they come play harder tonight.
Yeah. Comes on in 28 minutes. So, no, it's been a good one. I appreciate the time with my brothers talking basketball.
You can also catch us on all streaming platforms. I'm sorry. You can catch us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can also catch us on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, SoundCloud. Agree with us?
Probably not.
This is 94 Feet Podcast. Peace.
Peace. Good people.